In this demonstration, we're going to learn how to use the People workspace to edit personal information, view personal information for yourself and others, search for people in the organization, verify employment, and add a checklist. To get started, let's look at how to view people and details in the system. So I'm going to click on People in the navigation pane to open the People workspace. And you'll notice that when it opens, it defaults to my profile, listing my direct supervisor and my direct reports in the left-hand pane. From here, I can look at other people's information by simply clicking on them in the pane. I can see personal information, identification numbers, certificates, tests, and emergency contacts on the tiles on the page. There's also options for contacting via email and phone if it's set up in the system. Additionally, I can use the Search People function at the top of the pane to look at other people's information. So I want to look at people who are in accounting. And when I type that in, I will get two listings for account managers. So I'm going to click on Phyllis Harris. And once we reach Phyllis's page, we can see her position in the company hierarchy and a list of her direct reports. We can also see the same panels and tiles that are available elsewhere. So now that we're done looking at that, let's look at how to edit information for our own profiles using the People workspace. So I'm simply going to click on People in the navigation pane again to refresh the page, and it defaults back to my personal profile. So from here, I can look at all of my personal information and other different areas. So if I want to edit my personal information, I can click the ellipses on the personal information tile and click Manage. And when it brings up the Edit Personal Information page, I can make different changes, including entering personal details, adding details about veteran status, expatriate information, and country and region. I can make changes such as changing the number of dependents on here. So if my number of dependents has changed from 2 to 3, I can change that in the number of dependents field and then click OK. I can also make a wider range of changes to my profile by using the Workers page. So to get there from the People workspace, I can click the Edit button available just under the banner, and the Worker page will open. It'll start with my worker summary, addresses, contact information, and personal information, and we also have tabs for employment, compensation, competencies and development, and payroll. We also have different tabs in the action pane for compensation and general. As you can see, you can make a wide range of changes to your position and to your personal information from these tabs. And once I'm done reviewing this information, I can close the form. Now let's take a look at how to verify employment and add a checklist to a person. So I'm going to select one of the direct reports for myself in the panel. So I'll click on Salman. And from here, I have the option to verify employment just under the banner. So I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to request some specific information. Now let's look at how to apply a checklist to a worker in the system. So I'm going to click on Chris Ashton, who's one of my direct reports, and then I'm going to click the ellipses just underneath the banner, and I'm going to click Apply Checklist. There are three different types of processes that revolve around checklists. We have onboarding, offboarding, and transitions. So in this case, I'm going to select transitions. And we are going to have a target date. So let's say that Chris is moving to a new position and there's some things that he needs to complete for that transition within the company. So I'm going to list the target date as the February 21st, which is the day that he's going to change teams. And then I'm going to select the checklist for transitions in the available pane, click the directional arrow to add it to the selected pane, and then click OK. And now Chris will have a checklist to complete as a task. And then I can close the form.